is Monday, May 20th, 2019. Roland Martin Unfiltered, coming to you from Palm Desert, California, site the 3rd annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. We got a jam-packed show for you. You'll hear from Anthony Anderson, George Lopez, Ozzie Smith, Norm Nixon, Charles Oakley, Smokey Robinson, of course, also Chris Spencer, Buddy Lewis. Folks, it is an unbelievable show. Trust me, you are going to enjoy this one. It's time to bring the funk. Roland Martin Unfiltered. Let's go.
He's got it. Whatever the miss, he's on it. Whatever it is, he's got the scoop, the fact, the find. And when it breaks, he's right on time and it's rolling. Best believe he's knowing. Putting it down from sports to news to politics. With entertainment just for kicks, he's rolling. Yeah, it's Uncle Roro, y'all. Yeah, it's Roland Martin. Rolling with Roland now. He's funk, he's fresh, he's real, the best. You know he's Roland Martin now. Martin.
Hello, I'm Dr. Avis Jones-DeWeaver, sitting in for Roland Martin while he's at the Anthony Anderson 3rd Annual Golf Classic. Here's what's making the news at this hour. The Morehouse class of 2019 has a lot to be happy about today, and it's not just because they graduated. Black billionaire Robert Smith delivered their commencement address and ended it with a surprise announcement.
On behalf of the 8 generations of my family who have been in this country, we're going to put a little fuel in your bus. Now, I've got the alumni over there, and this is a challenge to you alumni. This is my class, 2019. And my family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans. My class will make sure they pay this forward. And I want my class to look at these alumnus, these beautiful Morehouse brothers, and let's make sure every class has the same opportunity going forward. Because we are enough to take care of our own community. We are enough to ensure we have all the opportunities of the American dream. And we will show it to each other through our actions and through our words and through our deeds. So class of 2019, may the sun always shine upon you. May the wind always be at your back. And may God always hold you in the cradle of her hand.
Robert Smith is a businessman, investor, and philanthropist. A former chemical engineer and investment banker, he's the founder, chairman, and CEO of the private equity firm Vista Equity. Last year, he was ranked by Forbes as the 163rd richest person in America. Now that's how you pay it forward. In Miami, Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina Fulton, is jumping into the political pool. She's running for Miami-Dade County Commissioner. She launched her campaign for the District 1 seat this afternoon and said on Instagram, quote, "My time as a public servant began 30 years ago at Miami-Dade County. I have advocated tirelessly to empower our communities and make them safer. I am proud to announce that I will run to represent District 1 on the County Commission," end quote. We wish her the best. This weekend, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan and City Council President Brenda Jones joined members of the Franklin family to formally celebrate the renaming of the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater and unveil the venue's new marquee. It's a 5,000-seat venue that faces the Detroit River, and they expect to host some of the biggest names in show business. U.S. Senator Bob Menendez led several Senate colleagues in demanding Facebook do more to block gun sales, facilitated on its social media networks. Facebook banned the sales in 2016, but the senator warned that those efforts fall short without enforcement. We'll keep you updated on that story. And finally, Lori Lightfoot was sworn in as Chicago's first LGBTQ black woman mayor today. Lightfoot cruised to victory in April's runoff election, winning all 50 wards across the city. She ran on a platform of change, urging voters to bring in the light to a city that has a reputation for corruption.
Will now administer the oath of office to Lori E. Lightfoot as mayor of the city of Chicago.
I, Lori Elaine Lightfoot.
I, Lori Elaine Lightfoot,
Do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of mayor
of the office of mayor
of the city of Chicago
of the city of Chicago
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So
So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, more from Roland Martin in Palm Desert, California at the 3rd annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic.
You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it. All right, folks, we're here at the Anthony Anderson 3rd Annual Celebrity Golf Classic.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, man, where you get that Anthony Anderson hat from?
At the Anthony Anderson golf tournament.
Because I don't even have one. I don't even have a bag.
It's a golf tournament that only me and like 600 people know about. And Anthony and DL are the only ones that don't know about it.
Hey, CP, you lucky you don't wear 13. I'll whoop your ass for them shoes right now. Yeah, you don't want that. I got 600 motherfuckers here with me right now. You by yourself. Well, you got your daddy.
Hey,
Okay,
I'm from Houston, so I got your back. I got your back. I'm from H-Town.
All right, what's going on, Roland? What's happening?
All good, all good. We're out here obviously have a good time, but let's also deal with the business side. You are out here to support various charities.
I am. You know, the Anderson Family Foundation supports, I'm going to use this word correctly, a myriad of charities. A plethora of charities. No, man, from, the Boys and Girls Club of Coachella Valley in Monterey, California, Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, the LA Mission, and several youth organizations back in my hometown of Compton, California. So, we have a great turnout. We're just going to have some fun today.
And obviously, you brought a whole bunch of your friends out here. And I keep telling people, probably the trash talking is probably at a higher level than the golf.
Oh, it is. I mean, well, for the vast majority of people out here, they're great at trash talking and horrible at golf. So, yeah, the trash talking is going to be at an all-time high today, probably starting with you and me.
Oh, yeah. No, that will absolutely happen. And I take it also that you have the 3 or 4 speakers set this time, because last time when I was here 2 years ago, you really had 2 speakers going. And so I said, what we're going to do this time?
I have a speaker, an external speaker. I have a golf cart with 6 speakers. So just like me in my normal life, they'll hear me before they see me.
So this is what we truly call black golf.
Negro golf at its finest. This is the unofficial Negro Open. And you're looking at the head Negro in charge next to the other Negro in charge.
Well, look, it's going to be a great time. Always, I hate I missed it last year because I was on the Joiner Cruise, but definitely we're here this year. But I was still hoping it's going to be 100 degrees out here.
No, baby. We turned the AC on just for you because we don't want you sweating. Don't nobody want no Roland sweat.
No. All these LA people will wilt because, I can handle heat. First of all, you can't spell Alpha Omega.
Okay, y'all. Hey, no fighting.
Okay, this is the Anthony Anderson interview, not the Buddy Lewis fake review. Okay.
Ooh, I want to see this coon on coon match.
See, I don't use that word. I blocked that word.
You blocked the C word and not the N word?
And the N word.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What about motherfucker?
Oh, no, I don't block that one.
Okay, cool.
I use that one. All right, folks, we got to go. Look, we certainly appreciate.
Is that Smokey Robinson?
Yes, it is. See, that's how we do it. Again, we appreciate Anthony Anderson. All right, I'm going to go to a break. Again, you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered here, Palm Desert, California, at the Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. Back in a moment.
Racism is not an excuse to not do the best you can. American professional tennis player Arthur Ashe.
All right, folks, join us right now. Roland Martin Unfiltered, Hall of Famer, the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. My golf game ain't too good, but I'm doing good.
Well, here, of course, supporting Anthony Anderson. And I'm going to ask you a baseball question. Okay. So, I saw a video.
A lot of money,
yeah. So, a few weeks ago, all of these baseball players lost their minds, these pitchers, because Tim Anderson hits a home run and flips his bat. Now, this is my perspective. Now, I played baseball when I was a kid. I played when I was in high school as well. This is the argument that I make. Okay, I get the whole deal. Oh, you're showing up a pitcher. But also, fans are paying for entertainment. They want to see, you look at the high fives in basketball. You look at something in football. I personally believe one of the problems in baseball is that you don't have that sort of show of emotion that gets folks fired up. I think it's good for the game.
Well, would you like to hit against one of them guys?
No, but here's my deal, though. Don't get a home run up.
Well, you can give it up, but, it's one of those things that, back in the day, it's so old school, and we've not gotten away from the old school of understanding how important it is. Now, I don't think that guys mind giving up the home run. It's just when they feel that guy is trying to show them up. And
it's like when Steph Curry hits a three, and it's the shimmy. Okay, when Magic Johnson.
I think it's generational.
Right, and I think what baseball needs to understand is that the baseball fans of old are dying. Look,
yeah, we are old now.
No. Look,
we're all dead.
No. But what I'm saying is, we're also living in a world where a new audience likes something else. And I think, again, I didn't mind it because I thought when he threw it, it's showing emotion, it's showing passion. And I just think, again, understand that it's a different world.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I didn't think that he thought, the guy that hit it, thought that it was a bad thing or was intentionally trying to show him up. But that's the way he took it, as if he was showing him up. And you're right. It is entertainment now, and generationally, it is changing. And I think that as we go forward here, I think that you'll see that accepted more and more.
I also think that, again, this is where, for me, what is also a black thing, and that is you have a generation of athletes who, look, we show emotion, we show passion. That's what it's about. And the reality is, look, as somebody who played baseball young, look, you're seeing fewer and fewer African Americans, and I think the sport has to understand that the sports that fully embrace the uniqueness of the player is what's going to get that next generation player in that sport.
Well, I think we're well on our way now. I think that when you look at baseball now, we look at it totally different than we did when we played. Winfield and I were just having a conversation about launch angles and all of this. Back when we played, it was simply learning how to put the ball in play. Strikeouts are okay now, Back when we played, we had a two-strike approach where you had to put the ball in play because that's the only way you can put pressure on a defense. Now, a guy can hit 30 home runs. As long as he hits 30 home runs, drives in 75 or 80, they're happy with a guy hitting 30 and hitting 240.
What must baseball do to reach that next generation of black ball players? Because when you look at the numbers are not great. We usually talk about the Willie Mays and the Hank Aaron's and Jackie Robinson, on and on and on. But that thing is dwindling and dwindling. And when you have a Kyler Murray who opts for football over baseball, again, that's one of those things that speaks to where black ball players are going.
I think that what we must do is what we're doing in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. You got to set up camps here in this country, which right now there's a lot of red tape. It's easier to set up camps over in the Dominican Republic.
But it also has to be black-specific camps, because what's happening is a lot of these camps are frankly suburban kids who got money, who look, black kids they're not traveling all around the country at 13 and 14.
That's exactly right. You know, you've got to set it up and direct it strictly at the inner city where the kids are playing, where you're going to be able to reach those kids. And, you know, it's real hard for us because in most instances, when we grow up with a father that plays catch and teaches us a game of baseball. Kids are growing up today without fathers in the home. And I think that makes it very tough as well. So you got the mother and the grandmother and everybody trying to teach these kids the game of baseball, and it just doesn't translate.
All right. Always good seeing you.
Great to see you.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. All right, folks, join us right now on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Of course, the great Norm Nixon. How you doing, man?
Man, you know, I'm just coming to hang out with you, man. I mean, that's all it's about for me, if I get to be with you.
Well, I saw you last at George Lopez golf tournament. Now we're here. And so I got to start off this way. When the Lakers going to call you to end all this drama? You can help them.
Man, you know we could, but my generation, we were that old generation. Most of us didn't get hired, you know. But so we do a little television. We just analyze the game. But they do need to call some of us.
Well, and because it's all this back and forth, who's in charge, trying to put the whole team together. And look, the Lakers ain't made the playoffs in 6 years. Y'all, they turned into the Knicks.
They are the Knicks, aren't they? They're the Knicks of the West.
Yes.
The Lakers are the Knicks of the West. No, man, hopefully they'll hold on to these young guys. They have some young guys who can play. I think in this new era of basketball, this new era, people are trying to buy teams rather than building teams. You get a core of guys, you build off of basic guys. This buying team stuff, it works every now and then, but in most cases it doesn't.
Look at Milwaukee.
Well, look at Milwaukee. They did it through the draft. You look at Golden State, they did it through the draft. You get a core of guys, then you add on to that. And I think if they go back to that philosophy and go back to our philosophy of playing, it's only one Golden State Warrior team. Nobody else can shoot like that. Go back to getting your big boys that can play. Who wants 7-footers shooting three-pointers?
You know what, and that's the thing for me, it's a little hard. Born and raised in Houston, so for me, I grew up, Elvin Hayes was playing right before me, so I don't remember Elvin Hayes, but I grew up with Moses Malone, and then definitely Akeem Olajuwon. So it's a little hard for me watching dudes 7'2", jacking three-point. I'm like, get your ass on that block and put your back to the basket.
If I was a point guard, that's what I would definitely be telling my big guy. You get down there, let me handle this. Let me bring the ball up court. Let me set up the offense. Now it's a different type of game. They've turned it into more of a European game, and that's why now you go to the Olympics, you got to hold your breath whether these guys can win. And I think that speaks volume on the state of basketball in the United States. But I think if they go back to the way we used to play, 7-foot guys play on the box. You know, you've had some analytical guys that say you shoot threes and you're more than likely to win a game, like Houston now. And what does Houston do every year? They're watching the finals.
And that's, look, being a Houston Rockets fan, trust me, I scream at the television all day when cats will pass up. I've literally seen pass up 8-footers to kick out to the three-point line. I'm like, man, I'm cussing like, shoot the ball.
Now, how about putting 4 guards out there and put Tucker at center? I mean, if it was in our era with a Kareem and a Tucker down playing center, he'd score 100 points. He wouldn't miss a shot. But they say, when we talk about that, well, that's old-time basketball. You guys couldn't play in this era. I beg to differ.
Oh, I disagree. I mean, as one who loves sports, I believe old-school basketball will kick their behind the day, but it's also a question of what rules we're talking about. because you know if you just wave at some cats today, it's a foul.
That means Kareem would average 90. He wouldn't have been able to get elbowed and pushed. I would have averaged 30 or 40 if no one could touch me. When I came in the league, you could hand check. And I think what's happening with this, they're taking away a lot of the heart in the game when you can't touch guys. You know, in the heat of the moment, it's competitive. You put your hands on somebody. You touch people. And the other thing that wouldn't have been allowed when we play, these hard fouls and guys walking away, no, somebody would have come off the bench and taken care of that. So I think sometimes you got to get back to the game and let guys play, compete, allow them to be emotional because they're just taking too much away from the game.
Last question for you. Obviously, with the Lakers not making the playoffs, a lot of pressure on LeBron. But he wasn't the only player on that team. What got me was that on the trading block, and look, you got traded by the Lakers, and all these guys start sulking because their name was being talked about. You still getting a check. My deal is you didn't get traded, so go out and play ball.
Yeah. True and false. I mean, these are young guys they drafted. You're talking about drafting 18, 19-year-old players now. These aren't guys that are seasoned veterans. So regardless of that being your mentality, human nature still falls in. And then you think LeBron was probably kind of behind it in some way. It's very difficult to be sitting in the locker room with a guy that you might think had something to do with the possibility of you being traded. But irregardless of that, the team went backwards when LeBron got hurt. They never got back together when he got hurt. That hurt as well. So I think they imploded at that particular time.
Well, we shall see what happens next. This will be the last question. What is your advice for my Houston Rockets? Dale Murray, you got Chris Paul, you got James Harden. What's your advice for my Rockets to get over this Golden State hump?
Well, number one, they should have played Kenneth Faried. How do you have Kenneth Faried sitting on the bench?
Sustained.
When your big guy was out, he was a double-double guy. When he plays the ball, he has a motor that gets up and down the court. Those guys cannot stop him. I think they're going to have to play a little more traditional basketball and stop all this shooting threes. But it's the general manager's philosophy. It's D'Antoni's philosophy. It started when he was at Phoenix. He had guys playing out of position, so they beat teams during the regular season. Once the game slowed down, they were out. So I think at some point in time, they're going to have to change that philosophy on how they play.
All right, Rockets, listen to the man. He kind of knows what he's talking about. I'm just saying. Always good seeing you, baby. Right, I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. All right, y'all. Roland Martin Unfiltered. We'll be back in a moment. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. All right, folks, now joined by the great actor Glenn Turman. What's up, man?
You, baby. Good to see you.
Now, let me explain something to you. I have a standard rule on my show. Black people who have not seen Cooley High are not allowed to come back. No, because Cooley High to me is, I don't care what age you are, you have to see it or your black card is in review status.
It gets revoked, yes. It should be revoked.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. They get mad at me. I'm like, I don't care. I told my niece, I was like, look, I'm going for the weekend. When I come back on Sunday, your ass better watch that DVD.
That's right. That's right. Tell her that's for sure. You got to get your black card in order. And
but what is it about? First of all, how do you feel? Look, you've done television shows, you've done movies, but how does it feel though to have a movie like that multi-generations still talk about? John Singleton just passed away, and that was his thing. It was Cooley High that caused him, because he said his mom was crying, and he said, I want to do what I want to do was making her cry, and that was movies. That was from Cooley High.
Yeah. No, I know. It's, and when you go into it and you do a project, you don't think that it's going to have that kind of effect. You're just doing your job. Pieces come to you. You're having a good time doing it. We knew that. But for it to have lasted 4 generations, man, that's crazy, And but it's such an honor, It's such an honor. I feel so blessed to be a part of such a powerful piece. Larry Jacobs and I are still top buddies, you know, just like we were in the movie, you know. Michael Schultz, the director, as well. And so it's just, it's a part of my life, you know. It's a part of my life.
Have you asked Ava DuVernay how she hasn't created any flashback scenes for you on Queen Sugar? I mean, we saw you in the opening episode. I'm like, okay, can Daddy make a reappearance in a dream or something?
Well, I don't know. She's trying to make up for it because she's got me in her new show, Red Line, on CBS. I said, okay, that's cool. But, you know, there could be a flashback in Queen Sugar. Bring Papa Bordelon back, you know, just in a little flashback real quick.
You know, 2 or 3 episodes, something.
But that's my girl, you know, Ava. She's a powerhouse. She's got such a great eye and tells such wonderful stories, our stories. She's devoted to that. And I'm just glad that she throws me a bone every once in a while to bring me on board to help tell some of those stories.
Well, of course, the new show, Red Line, on CBS, doing well, and talk about it.
Well, it's a show that's tackling a lot of issues, and doing it well, you know, juggling a lot of balls in the air, and using Chicago, the great city of Chicago, as a backdrop. You know, of course, the Cooley High, I'm partial to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I sympathize with the struggle that goes on in Chicago in terms of some of the diversity, some of the adverse things that they've gone through. But I'm glad to be a part of a show that addresses it, you know, and brings some of these problems to the forefront. And, you know, just doing our thing.
All right, man. Always good to see you. Keep handling your business, and I'll see you out there on the golf course supporting Anthony Anderson.
First thing in the morning.
All right.
Take care.
I appreciate it, bro. Thanks a lot. George, what's going on, man?
You know, they didn't let you bring your drone in here, huh?
I have it, though. I have it.
You know, there used to be a thing at the carnival or at a circus where a guy would impress audiences by going out there and playing 7 instruments at the same time. He had cymbals on his knees. He had a washboard stomach. He was playing the trumpet. He had a hat that belt. You are, without a question, the Swiss Army knife of social media. Every blade you pull out is sharper than the other blade. You can open a can, you can start a car, and you can start a foundation, and you can start a movement from that spot right there. There's nobody like you. Then you take it to the drone. When they tell you you can't film in the golf course, I'll take a fucking drone up there.
There you go.
And I got you from the drone. You put microphones on people, they didn't even know they're in their backswings. So, you know, you're a great historian of all of these great golf tournaments. You know, in the days of Bob Hope and they didn't want anybody recording, but you know, I think times have changed since then. But you're a great historian, and you know what? We love you, man. Like, you used to be East Coast till you got with me, and now I love that you're out here.
Well, it's so funny too, because this woman said, so you live in LA? I said, no, I'm just always out here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, also what made Houdini so great is that he looked like he was in 2 places at one time, and that's you got that. You literally are. You leave me, and then I see you in the car with your daughter, and I'm like, the dude just left me.
Well, and I do. It's too funny because I'll see you. You've liked a number of those videos because she's my 22-year-old niece. And dude, I drive. People like, you drive that girl crazy. I'm like, no. I'm like, that's it. It's teaching.
It's a podcast. Where can we go now? It's a podcast. It's a web series. It's a YouTube channel. It's all of that. I mean, so yeah. I mean, you really don't have to be a criminal to get a follower. You can do it the right way, like you.
And last thing, there are people out, and here's what's funny. I've had people hit me up. They're like, "Oh my God, Roland, I didn't realize you were funny." I said, guys, first of all, you don't have to be on a stage. It's just like George had me host his comedy show a couple of times. It's like, look, you do what you do, how you can.
Well, I mean, you dance like what I call you, the party starter. You're a Swiss Army knife.
Oh, we gonna get it cranked.
You're the party starter. I mean, I've never met anybody like you.
Well, and we got our thing. First of all, my wife loved the hat. Oh, dude.
Good. Thank you.
Dude.
That's our currency every year.
She loves it. She started wearing. I'm like, hey, no. George gave me the hat.
I had two one time, huh?
She literally, she was like, oh. So she started wearing the hat.
I got another one I'm gonna send you.
Well,
I
man,
got another one.
always good seeing you, baby.
See you, man.
Good seeing you, baby.
Love you, Roland.
Y'all, we're always having fun here, of course, when it comes to the Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic 3rd Annual. And so I got to go to a break. We'll be back. Roland Martin Unfiltered in just a moment.
This is Diala Riddle, and you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered. Stay woke.
This is Director X, the director of Superfly on the red carpet, or the black carpet, and you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Hi, I'm Chaley Rose, and you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
I'm Lex Scott Davis, and you are watching Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Jacob Lattimore, and you're now watching Roland Martin right now.
All right, folks, we're here at the Anthony Anderson Golf Tournament with my man, Charles Oakley. Always good to see him.
No doubt, my man.
Got to ask you this here, man. I know you have a different view of all these how the NBA is all about three-pointers today.
Yes, I do. I think if you have the type of guys on your team can make threes like Golden State, maybe 200 teams in the league, yes, try to be that formula. But if you don't, know what the best guy on your team can do. Go to the strength and weakness like Philadelphia. B should be in the block, post it up, getting a double team, passing out for open shots. But everybody won't be like Golden State. So when you play like somebody, you ain't got the formula to beat them, you're going to lose.
And I know it drives you crazy, dudes today who cannot rebound.
Well, they don't rebound no more. It's all about European style. You shoot and you run back down court. So that's why Golden State is so efficient. They got a great coach who played back in Hair, know how to coach, know how to preparation, and then you got three of the best shooters. It's like going to a bar fight with a knife. They got fucking guns. They gonna win every time.
Now, also, when you see these guys rolling down the lane, I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, I know Oakley's like, hit him in the mouth.
Well, not just hit him in the mouth, step up and take a charge. After you take 2 or 3 charges from a guy, he going to stop coming there because he don't want that contact. This is more of a finesse game. So, like Portland, I try to watch a game. I cannot watch a game when guys don't understand their strength or weakness, and Golden State just keep getting offense. You another team come in with 5 bench players, beat your starter, something's wrong.
Okay. Now, that's basketball. What y'all may not realize, this is a big-time chef right here, man. You be doing it up.
Yes, I'll be doing it up. I appreciate the shout-out, but I just came out with a grill called a Hot Shot Smokers Grill by Charles Oakley. It's a grill you can use inside in the summertime when you can shoot in or outside, but in the wintertime you can do like grill. You can do ribs, chicken, burgers, whatever. When it's snowing outside, when you can't do it outside, just come in the kitchen, you plug it up, 75 to 450 degrees, and it come out great. Great. You need to buy one, Hot Shot Smokers Grill by Oakley, or either go online, Google me, and I come to the house and do something for the family. A barbecue. I do it all. I come to you. You don't have to just go to the store. I come to you.
But you better pay him in advance.
Oh yeah, half. It's like an entertainment. You get half up front, half when you get there. I don't mind you ain't have all of it, like a down payment. 2 installments.
but don't end up owing Charles Oakley. He could be like 50 Cent.
Yo, I put interest on it. 50 Cent gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna put interest on it. Then like RS, about 2 or 3 years, that 5,000 went to 20,000.
Oakley, always good seeing my man.
No doubt,
all right, baby, take care. I tell you, folks, always having a good time here at the 3rd Annual Anthony Anderson Golf Classic. Yes, just saying to you.
What's up, baby?
Folks, of course, we're here with the great, the ageless Smokey Robinson. What's up, man?
You up, always.
Man, always looking good.
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great, man. Always out here having a good time. Support Anthony here as well. So how's your golf game?
I have no idea. I just got off a plane last night. I left my house in L.A. at 4 o'clock this morning driving down here. I have no idea.
But you're looking good, though.
Please. You the one.
You see, that's standard. So, man, last time we talked, your wine had just come out.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's doing great, man. In fact, I did a wine convention thing yesterday. Yeah.
Okay. So man, look at you, the Renaissance man, connoisseur.
We gotta try stuff.
Well, the wine does go with your music.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. We have 5 wines, and we actually have 2 vineyards in California. One's in Santa Barbara, one's in Sonoma County, and the others are in Abruzzo, Italy. So we're trying to do it, man.
All right, Smokey Robinson from Detroit to owning winery.
And they can get it right now on SmokeyRobinsonsWines.com.
Okay.
Or they can go to Smokey 391-8847. and they'll find it there too.
All right, baby. Always good seeing you. I was here with man from H-Town. Of course, me being a native of Houston, Chris Paul, Houston Rockets. What's up, man?
Not a thing. How are you?
I'm all good. So first off, how's the golf game?
Need a lot of work. A whole lot of work. We're going to see. We're going to see.
All right. Well, you here with your dad as well. Always good to see him. It was the disappointing season for obviously you playing, but for me being a native of my city, and so what we got playing for next year?
Hopefully more wins and winning your last game of the season. It's always one team that wins their last game of the season, and I'm waiting to see what that feel like.
And obviously, Harden had a hell of a season this year as well. But definitely come and go. And folks just swore with KD being out. Rockets are going to do it. But I got to ask you about the whole deal. You kicking Steph off the court. Folks said you booted him off the court. That actually happened.
No, that never happened. But it was a good story.
It was a great story.
Yeah, me and Steph actually talked the next day. You know what I mean? So. It's no offense, but it's the media. You know what I mean?
No, that's the other media.
Yeah. Me and Steph actually talked on the court before I shot. Like we was out there and we was kicking it, but it is what it is.
Well, man, look, it was, of course, a great regular season. Tough loss there, but we're going to take out Golden State next year.
Going to take out somebody. You know what I mean? So for us, it's just getting better this summer, trying to see how each one of us can come back and contribute more, but we got to get over the hump.
Absolutely. Now, when is your? Because you have an annual golf tournament, don't you?
I have a golf event the end of June. It's actually called the Showdown. It's like Ryder Cup, NBA versus NFL.
Ooh.
So I get 7 other NBA players, and Aaron Rodgers gets 7 guys, and we go against each other.
Where's it going to be?
It's in the Bahamas, at the Bahamas. So, yeah.
All right, then. All right, brother. Well, always good seeing you, man.
You too.
All right, take care, baby. Absolutely. All right, folks. I got to go right down to a break. We'll be back. Roland Martin Unfiltered here from the 3rd annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic.
Hey, everybody. This is
All right, folks, welcome back to the Roland Martin Unfiltered from the 3rd annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic here at Bighorn in Palm Desert. All right, so comedian, somewhat comedian, Buddy Lewis. He a Howard graduate. And Jack with him. I want to talk to him about Robert Smith giving that $40 million at Morehouse on yesterday. Y'all, come on. So let's go see what he's talking about. So here we go. All right, here we go. We walk. All right, folks, welcome back to the Roland Martin Unfiltered from the 3rd annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic here at Bighorn in Palm Desert. All right, so comedian, somewhat comedian, Buddy Lewis. He a Howard graduate. Let's go over here and Jack with him. I want to talk to him about Robert Smith giving that $40 million at Morehouse on yesterday. Y'all, come on. So let's go see what he's talking about. So here we go. All right, here we go. We walking up here. All right, so... yeah, that's a crappy chip right there. So yes, here's Buddy Lewis. He's an Omega. He's wearing his lavender. I did want me to ask you a couple of questions, buddy. The Morehouse people are really dogging your Howard people after Robert Smith, of course, dropped that $40 million yesterday, paying off the debt of the class of 2019.
Well, first of all, somebody had to pay off that Morehouse debt because Howard. We pay our dues, okay? We give back. The Morehouse dudes,
y'all give back?
Yeah, the Morehouse dudes is too busy buying pretty pants and all kinds of fashion stuff that don't count. All right.
According to the president, I talked to him. He said only 10% of undergraduates give back.
Well, I ain't part of that 10%. See, I pay my alumni dues.
No, but the 10% give back, which means that you either part of the 10% who give or the 9% who don't.
I didn't go to Jesus I went to Howard, and you give 10% to Jesus.
Okay. So, but you do. I don't know if you know that what fraternity Robert Smith is a member of.
Hmm.
Oh, you didn't hear me? You didn't hear me? Robert Smith, the richest black man in America, the brother who gave the $40 million yesterday. You know what fraternity he's a member of, right?
No. Why don't you enlighten me?
He pledged at Cornell.
Oh.
Which is where Alpha Phi Alpha was founded, December 4th, 1906. So Robert Smith is an alpha man.
Well, what? It's about time he gave back.
So what?
It's about time he gave back in some capacity.
Now look, now you and Vegas, would y'all give in nickels and quarters?
No, we give in a lot of different ways.
Like what?
Right now, I'm giving you this interview.
Oh, really? Oh, boy, I'm so appreciative. Oh, my God.
You should be.
How do we monetize this?
We can't.
And he actually can't.
Unless you put it on your Instagram and I get some of your followers.
See, the real problem right now is I use that SAT word monetize, and it totally threw Buddy off.
Nah, I understand monetization. Okay, don't be fooled. Okay, Buddy Lewis is not your regular average dumbass comic.
You mean like your fellow Omega Dave Justice?
Dave is
Dave. What the hell, Dave?
Too fly.
Buddy said the cap of pants is too much.
I didn't say nothing. That's him. That's this Morehouse.
He did. I mean, my Lord.
Dave. I didn't mention nothing about that man's pants.
Except he did inside.
Inside. I did kind of a little too much red.
Okay.
Like this is too much like maroon and gold and whatever you got on.
It's maroon and white. It's Texas A&M. I'm a Texas A&M graduate. I didn't attend. I graduated.
With a degree in basket weaving, it don't count.
It was a degree in journalism, which is what I'm trying to practice right now. I'm trying to practice right now that.
The difference is you just talk about the baskets. It's basket weaving, journalism, same thing.
Okay, just for those of y'all who don't know.
Because I was a microbiology major at Howard University.
Y'all heard he say he was a microbiology major, which means when his ass flunked out of that major, he chose to go elsewhere.
No, I had choices. I'm a comic genius, okay? And I had choices. I was that too.
Wait, he said you were a swimmer? Yeah, so your idea of microbiology was with a chlorine in the water?
That's it. And I saved people from drowning. Many of the alphas were saved.
Hold up, that means that you were a lifeguard. Yeah, wasn't your major?
Hey, I did that too. I had to, and you know what? Every now and then, a beautiful woman needed a little mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and the Qs were there to help.
Yeah. And then, of course, she later filed charges. Okay, I gotta go.
I ended up marrying her, so it doesn't matter.
And then, of course, she left his ass. But you know.
That too.
With all of his nickels and dimes.
There he is. I'm a quarter heir.
Yeah. I gotta go. Y'all, you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered, 3rd annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic. Too bad.
Can you fit them all in that little screen?
Too bad. No, don't your big ass. Your big ass.
Hey, I hope we on Swole TV.
Well, you know damn well your nickname here is Orca.
Okay, Fluffy. I ain't gonna say nothing to you either, Pie Man. Get out of here.
Okay, Flipper. Okay, Flipper.
Okay, wait, we go check our belt sizes right now.
We can check our belt sizes, but we can also check our bank accounts. We got to go.
You looking at least a 47.
Hold on. First of all, y'all know doggone well he can't count that high. Y'all, you're watching Roland Martin Unfiltered. I'm out. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Well, folks, that's it from the 3rd annual Anthony Anderson Celebrity Golf Classic here in Palm Desert, California, here at Bighorn. We had an absolute fabulous day. We certainly want to thank Anthony and all of the other celebrities who participated in today's show, Roland Martin Unfiltered. Please be sure to support us at RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Join our Bring the Funk fan club, and let's make this thing possible. This is why we have this show, to be able to travel to places along these lines, giving you perspectives that you don't see anywhere else. All right, folks, time for us to tee off. I got to go. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for checking out Roland Martin Unfiltered. Holla!